Well, today's Sunday, it's the 21st of September, it's 2025, and I've got a little bit of local news for you. Apologies, the videos have not been quite the same over the last couple of days. We've had lots of family issues and things going on, and well, hopefully normal services will be resumed shortly. So for today, I've got a little bit of local news, and it's September the 21st. So first up, one of our regular walks is along the Paseo Maritimo, and I think last time we were there I did say that the work was nearly completed on the Paseo Maritimo, and they said they're going to finish it by the end of the month. Well, the end of the month's getting closer, but also in the news, next to the Paseo Maritimo we've got Club de Mar, and Club de Mar is also due to finish within the next few weeks. So the two things are going to coincide, and hopefully we'll have this wonderful new Paseo Maritimo and Club de Mar as a very interesting place to visit. Club de Mar 99% finished, and they've just got a few things tidying up to do. The offices are being moved over, and that should be ready within the next few weeks. So hopefully we'll get it all done, get it all seen there. Something that's constantly in the news is the weather. It has been such a hot summer. And we were lucky enough to escape most of it, so we missed the really hot days that they've had. But since we've been back, the temperature's just gone up again, and we've been having days where the temperatures have regularly been well over 30 degrees. Well, that's all due to change today, with the weather giving us perhaps a thunderstorm later on this afternoon or this evening, probably in the early hours when it normally happens. It will hopefully give us that welcome drop in temperature. That's referred to as the gota fria, the cold drop, and it's normal for this time of the year. The end of August, beginning of September, we have a big storm, and it usually lasts maybe for a few days, and the temperature goes back down to what are more normal temperatures, which are sort of mid-20s for this time of the year. Well, we'll see what happens tonight. Next in the news, well, tourism again. Tourism's always in the news, and there appears to have been a bit of a drop in the number of tourists. Majorca winter programme is also looking to have a winter drop as well, because of the reduced number of flights. Some of the airlines have gone on and reduced the flights, so 7,000 fewer flights for the winter period, and that's going to have the corresponding fewer opportunities for people come here to be on holiday. So, well, again, we're going to see how that pans out. The summer, well, the summer doesn't seem to have been the disaster that many people were predicting. Yes, we may have had a reduced number in July and August, and I'm not really seeing any definitive figures, but the revenues are up, and that's due to the fact that prices went up. I suppose also about tourism is another article on the reduction in the number of uncivil cases, particularly in places like Magaluf and Playa de Palma, which have been hotspots for uncivil behaviour. Well, the police have been out in those parts, and it looks as though it's worked, and the number of cases of uncivil behaviour for 2025 has gone down considerably. So I say it's been a strange weekend for us. Well, we're actually going to go to a football match this afternoon. Majorca are playing Atlético Madrid. It's another big match. Majorca seem to have been really punished this year with very hard matches. We've already had Barcelona, Madrid, and now we've got Atlético Madrid. And well, expecting pretty much close to a full house again today. The bus lines are putting on extra buses so that they can get the fans in and out of the stadium. It's a 4:15 kickoff, and if the temperatures are as they've been for the last few days, around about 30 degrees, it's going to be a hot one. The sun will still be up, and the temperature on the pitch could well go well above 30 degrees. Well, Anisha and I will be there and cheering on Real Majorca, who in their last game I thought they played quite well. They didn't win, but they were playing quite well. They seemed to be getting it all together as a team. They just weren't getting the ball in the back of the net enough. Well, hopefully all that will change this afternoon, and we'll see Mariki scoring a few more. Something in the local news which is not about tourism, but more about life in Mallorca and life in Spain in general, I suppose. And it's about culture, it's about education. And the Association of Mallorca Memory has written to the Spanish president, that's Pedro Sanchez, requesting new legislation to mandate the inclusion of the Spanish Civil War and Franco regime in secondary and higher education in the history curricula, stressing the importance of educating younger generations about this period. Now, it does surprise me that that just isn't a part of Spanish curriculum in education. It's really something that has shaped the modern society in Spain, so surely that should be in the Spanish curriculum. And it's another one of these, lest we forget. It might be repeated, so very important that happens, in my opinion. There's always lots going on in Majorca, and this weekend here in Palma hasn't been an exception. Just over the weekend we've had the Nit de Art. This is an occasion where art galleries and artists open up to the public in Palma, and it goes on well into the evening. Excuse me. And well, it's very well attended. Thousands of people turn out for this. Restaurants stay open late for it. Even the fish market, I read, stayed open quite late. I mean, I can't imagine people buying fish late in the evening, but the fish market's actually changed its character over the years, and it's become more of a sort of a tapas area, restaurant place to go. So interesting things there. Lots of free music events going on all over the island, and I'll talk a bit more about those again in a moment. One of the really big issues that comes up time and time again in Majorca is over-tourism, and we've had the protests, no really big ones that I've heard of over the summer, so if there have been any, they've been localised and very small. But it's obviously a big issue, and it's something that is on the minds of many people who live here, the residents. And one story came to my mind, and it was of a civil servant. And this civil servant earns €1,850 a month, which is a reasonable salary here, or it seemed to be a reasonable salary. It's a lady. She has a child, but she is finding it difficult to find somewhere to live. And at the moment, she's sharing a roof, she says, with 11 people. She can't find affordable housing, and one of the issues here is the fact that she has a child. And people landlords who rent properties are reluctant to rent to people with children, because once they're in, it's very difficult to get them out again. If you're a single person, it's not so much of a problem. So in the past few weeks, she's been sleeping in a car, slept in a caravan, slept on friends' floors, but really finding it difficult to find somewhere which is more suitable. You might say, well, why can't she go and live with her parents or family? She's from Seville, and she can't return to Seville because she has a child, and she's split up from her partner, husband, and they've got joint custody, and so she can't leave the island in those situations, so she's really stuck. But she has a full-time job, she has a good salary, but can't afford the rent. For many years, Oktoberfest, the German celebration, the beer festival, has been a big thing in Majorca. Originally, I seem to remember it was in Peguera, which is the centre of many of the German tourists, but has now moved to Santa Ponsa, in fact, where the Molinos, the windmill, is in Santa Ponsa. There's a little bit of a fairground there, and they set up a big marquee. And so from the 17th of October to the 26th of October, they're going to have a big Oktoberfest there. It's been very successful in the last year or so, and well, I expect all the usual things, lots of food, lots of drinking, lots of lederhosen, and people having a really good time. Nita doesn't like beer, so we probably won't be going. Other events that are going on the island, one of the big ones is the Binissalem Wine Harvest Festival, which is ongoing now, and has been going on for the past week, and will go on right through till next weekend. And lots of things happening there. There's recently been something we haven't actually seen, but the Great Pressers competition. So people getting into a barrel, usually two young people getting in, taking off the shoes first, I would think, and the socks, and they get in there. Hopefully they wash the feet first, and then they press the grapes by stamping up and down. That looks like a fun activity. They did have a battle of the grapes as well, but lots of things still going on right through till the end of the week. At the Teatro Principale, we've got Tosca, the Puccini opera, dramatic opera. Not sure, I don't think we'll be going to that, but it's the operas there are really very good. Just be very careful about getting your seat. There are some seats in the Teatro Principale where you can't see all of the stage, or in fact even any of the stage. You can enjoy the music, but you won't be able to see very much. Quite amazing they built a theatre in such a way. You might also be able to catch some of the events going on in Dea. At the Dea Sommaroig estate there's a lively set of concerts that go on all through the summer, and they're actually coming to an end now, but it's always a beautiful place to go to and enjoy a concert. The Majorca Music Fest for 2025 starts this week, and 27th of September right through to the October, not sure when the end of it is, and these are organised by the Majorca Association. This season's opener is a series of intimate concerts showcasing a mixture of classical, contemporary and local Majorcan music. In historic venues, expect really high quality performances by regional and guest artists. Ideal for music lovers, and September the 27th, as I already said, marks the beginning of this. And living here for such a long time, I do see Majorca, Palma in particular, as a cultural centre, and this is really being pushed now, and we've already seen a concert which was in front of the cathedral on Parc de Mar, which was promoting the candidacy for the Capital of Culture for 2031. Well, this is actually officially going to happen in the European Parliament, when the President of the island and the Mayor of Palma, Jaime Martinez, will be going off to Majorca, to Brussels next Tuesday, and putting the candidacy of Majorca as a centre for culture. It's actually in conjunction with Malta as well, so hopefully we have a lot of things in common and be able to push that candidacy and see far more cultural events going on here in Majorca over the next, well, forever. One of the issues they will have, of course, is getting that information out to the public, and I do really find it quite difficult sometimes to find out exactly what's going on and when and where it's going on. And more often than not, I find out too late and it's already happened and we've missed it. It's keep an eye on the local newspapers, keep an eye on the billboards that are out there, and some of the local sites. There's one called the Calendar for Majorca, and it really is good. It's got lots of things on there, and just keep having a look at that. And I must say, I'm one that forgets now and again to have a look at it. But if you look at the Calendar Majorca and keep a look at it if you're here, for the week you're here, or the week, however long you're here, and just keep an eye out what's going on. Anyway, hope you found this interesting. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.